Hello guys, back with another one. Back with another one. So today I'll be talking about 5 misconceptions women have had of men. 5 misconceptions women have had of men. And why do I use the word had? Why do I use it in past tense? I use that because just in case you still have these misconceptions about men, hopefully after this video you probably wouldn't have it again. But if you do, hey, that one is your business. So 5 misconceptions women have had of men. Just from experience and from conversations in the past I've had, that I've had with women, I've heard different things, different misconceptions women have of men, some true, some in the middle, and some totally left, like totally left, that women have about men, and vice versa, to be honest, because there are misconceptions men have about women all the time that are, some are true, some are in the middle, some are far off. So that is what we'll be addressing in this session or on this episode. So I'll start by, the first one is men are not emotional. Men are not emotional. Women have this perception about men that men are emotionally, as much as I hate this term or this phrase, are not emotionally intelligent, and I think that's because in a lot of cases women expect men to think like them. Women expect men to think like them, and sometimes vice versa. Sometimes men, we forget that you are women, so we expect you guys to analyze situations the same way we do, and that's not possible because we are different. We are different. Men, to explain it in a layman's term, men are more logical, women are more emotional. I know you've heard that term a lot of times. Men are more logical, women are more emotional, more emotionally driven. But not saying that women cannot be logical. So it's the same way that men are more logical, doesn't mean that men cannot be emotional. You understand? So women have this perception about men that men are not emotional. It's men don't cry, men don't get in their feelings. And the thing is, we do. The only difference is that the way we react to these feelings is different. It's not that we don't, it's just the reaction towards these feelings that are or is different. And when it comes to societal terms, right, we know that it is more acceptable for a woman to for a woman's reaction emotionally to be handled a certain way. Like, for example, a woman is allowed to break down and cry, while for men that isn't really the case. Not saying that men don't break down and cry sometimes, but it's not really the case. It's not the way we deal with things. For men, the way we deal with situation is to solve it. We don't, it's not in a lot of men's nature to just wallow and cry. Although that happens, but it's not the way we were set, or our settings is, or the way we were made. Men are more solution driven. 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. There's no way around it. There's no, it's either black or white. That is it with men. So that women think men are not emotional. Well, men are emotional. We just our reactions or the way we react to the emotions are different. So that's number one. Number two is when it comes to dating, men like to chase. I know we've heard this term. I've heard this term 100 times. Oh, men are the hunters. Men are the chasers. Men like to chase. Men like to chase. Now, I always say at the beginning of my videos that these are my opinions. My opinions are not law, or my opinion is not law. For me to generalize for all guys, that means I would have to know all guys or all men, and I don't know all men. So there are certain things I say that I'm sure there are men that would have a dispute with me, but that is fine. We can all have an opinion. But yes, continuing with the number two is that men like to chase. I know personally I don't like to chase. There is no honor in chasing anybody. Now, when you say, okay, men like to court, right? Courting is more of a acceptable term, personally for me. I'm not going to chase anybody. I don't care how beautiful you think you are. I don't give a damn how attractive you think your body is. That's for you and your father's house. I don't give a damn. I'm not chasing another grown human being. Chasing insinuates that you're going after something that really doesn't want you. Left to me, I think the only thing a man should be chasing are his goals and his dreams and God. You're out here chasing no woman, So that is one. That is another one that misconception women have about men, that men love to chase. There's no honor in chasing anybody. There's no honor in a woman, in a man chasing a woman, and there's no honor in a woman chasing a man. Go for who goes for you. It's that simple. Now, the third one is men do well with rejection. Men do well with rejection. Now, that has two sides to it, right? We've all gotten rejected one way or the other. We get rejected every day, both man and woman, whether it's in our daily life activities, at our jobs, even by our parents. Maybe you ask your parents you ask your mom for something and she says no, she rejects you. It is what it is. We've all been rejected. But there's a notion that men enjoy being rejected, or for women, the more, for example, if a man is interested in you, the more you reject him, the harder he chases you. And that's a lie. I think any man that is turned on by rejection from a woman, like the more she rejects him, the more he comes for her, I think he's a dummy. You're a dummy, man. I think you're a sucker too. Now there are men that go overboard. We've heard of cases where men get rejected by women and they go crazy, like they start being physically abusive or verbally abusive. I think those type of guys are dumb. Those ones that that's a red flag. Those guys are not okay in the head. But for the normal guys that don't mind being rejected, right? I've been rejected a lot. It's helped me build character. I don't think there's any, it helped me build more confidence and character. I think it's all perspective. It's all, it's how you look at it. All rejection isn't bad, So, but at the same time, nobody likes being rejected, man or woman. So, I think women have had this perspective for time that, men like being rejected, or I don't know, it makes us want you more. That's a lie. That's a very big misconception you have to erase from your head. Nobody likes rejection, including men. Now, the fourth one is all men cheat. All men cheat. I've heard women say that for time. All men cheat. That is not true. Are there men that cheat? Yes, there are men that cheat. Are there women that cheat? Yes, there are women that are chronic cheaters. They cheat so much you would think it was in their lineage to cheat for both parties, man and woman. But that doesn't mean that all men cheat. Same way, it's not, I wouldn't say every woman cheats, right? So that's misconception women have, that all men cheat, all men can't stay with one woman. That's a lie. Not every man is your father, not every man is your grandfather. So stop grouping all of us in the same category. Just because your dad cheated on your mom, and your grandfather cheated on your grandmother, and your great grandfather cheated on your great grandfather, doesn't mean all men cheat. So relax. All men do not cheat. That is a very big misconception and wrong misconception a lot of women have of men. Now, and the fifth and final one is that men like to take the initiative all the time. Men like to take the initiative all the time. Now, I think it's a manly thing to take the initiative most time. But I don't think, well, personally, I don't think a man likes to take the initiative all the time. Sometimes a man wants you to, to take the initiative as a woman, do the thinking, organize something. If a man takes you out on a date, on the first date, on the second date, on the third date, and he planned all those dates, the fourth time, maybe you guys go out. Why don't you organize it? Why don't you do something? Pick the place, pick the time, do the organizing. It signifies a lot to a man when a woman takes the initiative. It shows that you have some sense. It shows that you're not just a self-entitled prick. You can think. You understand? So that's the fifth one, that men like to take the initiative all the time. It's not true. It's not true. Sometimes take the initiative as a woman. So that's all. Those are the 5 misconceptions women have had or have of men. I'll list them again. The first one is men are not emotional. The second one is men like to chase. The third one is men do well with rejection. The fourth one is all men cheat. And the fifth one is men like to take the initiative all the time. That's the end of this video. Until next time, please like, comment, subscribe. It's I really appreciate that. I'm still building this channel. And if you like my message, just subscribe, and just in case when I release something new, you get the notification about it. Until next time, thank you, peace.